People being like, hey, what's up? It was a long time ago. Hey, in my glass, I put my.
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Wait. Now. Okay. Hey. That's a good clap.
It's pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's not harsh.
No, it goes down easy.
Yeah, but I think it becomes harder after a while. Or I think if you take a shot of it, it becomes a bit harder.
Okay.
But it's very like smooth.
Yeah.
In the start at least.
It feels a bit like watery. It
Yeah.
goes down easy. You can almost chug it.
We'll see how you feel after a while. So this is water.
Yes.
This is just water in a wine glass. It's not important. So we have started.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in it.
Yes.
We're in it for good. I like how the clap came after the music. Well, it always does, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like in the music.
True. Yeah, that's weird. We use the clap in the music. So, do people know if we have a clap before the clap or not? Oh.
I have no clue.
Do we have a first clap that that we sync with? And then
Or if it's just yeah.
you're like thinking
it's already kicking in, dude.
Yeah. Maybe we have. I don't know.
Fuck, you did.
Fine, you want more? You want more, bro? Here you go.
But have we started?
Alright. What?
Have we started?
Yeah, we're in it.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, we're in it. So, this week we have watched Joker. The very highly anticipated, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Anticipated?
Yeah, movie of this year. What I think is, it had a budget of $55 million, which is a lot. But it's not like huge. There's a lot higher budgets.
Like Avengers one.
Yeah, but Avengers is like dumb much. Let me finish. It got 8.8 stars in IMDb.
IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got 69% Rotten Tomato and 89% audience review. Which is fun because I want to know why it's 69. Okay. I think of the movie of a taxi driver inspired film.
Yes.
So have you seen Taxi Driver?
No.
You piece of fucking shit. I'm sorry.
That's another movie on the list.
Yeah, it's super inspired by it. And I've already forgotten the name of the director. And I didn't write it down because I forgot my camera at home. But he have done... What movie was it? He made Hangover.
Oh, okay.
And he made a few other, like, my friend said about them, like, he described them as cheap comedy, which I don't think it is.
Hangover.
I love Hangover. Hangover is a movie that I can just sit and watch it. It's all fun.
It's a buddy movie.
Yeah, it's like, you know, chilling. You just don't want to, like, think
He
too
repeats
much.
some of the jokes.
Yeah, it's like, it floats. It's like, it's a fun adventure.
Yeah.
This movie is not about the Hangover.
It's not?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly enough, it's not. It's about Arthur Flick, which sounds like spot in Swedish.
It's the same exact pronunciation.
Yeah.
Pronunciation. Yeah.
This guy is mentally ill, and you can see it from the start. But he goes through a journey of finding what he needs in life.
He needs to find his motivation, his call, if you say so.
Maybe. But you could say that he needed to find his audience. Oh.
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 That's like, it's an inside joke to him. Well, okay, so spoiler.
Oh, we're gonna spoil?
Directly spoilers.
Oh no.
So he tells people that he's a comedian.
Yes.
Throughout the film. He tells people, yeah, I do comedy, but we never see him do comedy. You know? So that's like, and when he does comedy, he sucks. And that's like, it's a meaningful thing to this finding his audience. Because of something that happens at the end. Which is...
the TV scene.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, he figures out at the end that people doesn't get his joke or
gets his jokes.
Yeah, there's some people like his like at the end he's like, my jokes aren't bad. You just wouldn't get it, you know? It's or he didn't say that, but
I'm so sorry, I forgot to put
your phone.
soundless on my phone. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You did a bad thing, man.
I'm sorry, this is not professional. But luckily we're not.
Yeah, by the way, I yeah. That one as well. And this. Goddamn. So, what was your impressions of the film?
Who are we?
Okay. Fuck. Oh, god damn it. Jesus. Oh.
I was sitting and waiting, but you did like such a good intro.
Okay,
like,
wait.
I'm waiting.
We can save this. So, Karim, cut this in the intro and then just leave it.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
So you're gonna make a jump cut? Oh, you're gonna do it in the actual intro?
No. I'm gonna like put it in and then people are gonna listen to this.
In the intro.
Yeah. No. Yeah. In the intro, or not this that we're saying right now, but what we're gonna say.
Yes.
And then they're gonna listen to this throughout the podcast. So.
Yes.
You're listening to the Unspecial Filmtalk with Karim and
Victor.
And we are, well, you know who we are, I guess. Hi, Mom!
You already know who we are. Like none of our...
No.
I don't think you...
No, my parents...
No, none of my either.
Well, my dad knows that I'm doing this, but he...
He does?
Yeah, but he wouldn't listen to it, you know?
Ah, okay.
He wouldn't like...
He just knows of it and being like, oh...
Yeah, he knows. He's like, yeah. Because he worked in radio, so he thinks it's like cool that I'm doing this.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's cool. So where do you want to continue?
Yeah, so I need just to say this first. Victor didn't come to me to the cinema. Like, I went to the cinema and saw this with a few friends.
I was lazy that day,
and he didn't think it was worth it.
Why
didn't you think?
No, I didn't say it was not worth it. Okay, so here's my...
You said... No. You said...
No.
You said jag bangar ur.
Yes.
Which translate to...
I bail out. I
bail out.
I'm not doing it.
Good transition, man.
Yes. And that's okay. So...
Oh, you done bad.
Like the day prior, Karim said, let's go watch the cinema.
We've been talking about it for like 2 weeks.
I heard it first at Thursday. That was the first day I've heard of it. You said, oh, it's 125 crowns, which is like $12-ish. And I haven't paid my rent, and my wallet's pretty small.
Wait.
That's one reason, okay?
Hold up.
Okay.
Okay, we're picking too much.
Okay. So that's one reason.
Yeah.
And that's a bad reason, I know. Mm-hmm. The second one is we had a long weekend, or like a long week, full lectures where I had like super bad sleep and all that. I'm complaining about the sleep. What a surprise, my dude. No.
Sorry guys, we're tired.
And I came home being super tired, and Love convinced me, being like, you have to go watch the movie. I'd be like, no, I don't have any energy. So I went home and slept.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
But Love didn't come.
Didn't he?
No.
He told me about going.
He told you he was gonna go?
Yeah.
And you said, I'm not gonna go. That's why he didn't come as well.
I'm not the only one.
People are gonna think I went alone.
No, but I kind of regret I didn't watch it in the movie, in the cinema, because some scenes I felt would be more impactful with the stereo setting of the cinema speakers.
Yeah, they were.
And the dialogue scenes and all that. Yeah, I regret watching it in cinema. How did I watch it? I did watch it in the cinema. I promise.
Yeah, he went.
I went the other day alone. That's why I'm in discussion. Yeah, no, but
I'm just sad that he didn't come with me.
Yes. No, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, like for a couple of scenes, I was like seriously sitting at the edge of my seat, and like I think I jumped up like one scene and I was like covering my mouth.
Yes.
Because I was like, what? Like of things that were happening. Like it was a very inspiring film, but it was also very close to Taxi Driver.
Okay.
And I told my friends this. Told them, you know, if you took away the references to Batman, it would be just a longer Taxi Driver, which is awesome because I think like whatever was in there that was in Taxi Driver, it happened in the first 30 minutes. So after the 30 minutes, it was all after the Taxi Driver part. Okay, so you haven't seen Taxi Driver.
No.
Taxi Driver is about this guy that lives alone.
Okay.
He works as a taxi driver.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of mentally ill, and he's just depressed, and he tries to talk to this girl that he likes, and life is not really good with him.
Yes.
And it ends up with him buying a gun, and then trying to shoot this politician. So it's about like politics.
So it's almost
and,
the same structure.
Yeah, it's almost the same structure, and in the end of the film, he kills 3 people while saving. So he kills 3 like what you would call them pimps to save this lady.
Okay.
We'll call her lady.
Lady. Okay, I get it.
But it's very similar. But you see what I mean with that.
Similarities.
Yeah, the similarity was only in the first 30 minutes up to him killing those 3 people.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Talk to me. What did you think of the film? What scenes were like made you jump up from your bed?
That's the thing I want to talk about. It didn't really feel me jumping out of my seat.
Dude, you're a bad man.
No, it's a good movie. I mean, I'm gonna rewatch some scenes.
You're gonna rewatch the whole film.
There were some scenes that I enjoyed, but
with me.
but the entire movie was like, it was a good experience. But
like I'm shocked. I'm super shocked. I think we're gonna have like very different kind of.
It's because I feel that the scenes were amazingly shot. The dialogues felt normal. It wasn't forced, you know. It didn't feel like a script. It felt like they acted to each other.
Oh really? So sorry.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin, or how you say it? Joaquin.
Yeah, I heard you saying Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. His acting is just, dude.
It's amazing. He's the
he
best.
He needs to be a more.
No, he's the best.
I mean, I know he's a big actor since before, but I mean, he needs to be in more movies like this.
Yeah. Well, he takes roles that are very complex.
Yes.
And like, have you seen Her?
No.
I haven't either, but I've seen parts of it, and it's a very complex movie because in that movie it's about him falling in love with a voice in his phone. Yeah, it's like a Siri kind of thing, like an app or something, and he falls in love with this.
Oh, okay.
girl voice, that AI talking to him.
Okay.
It's not. It sounds like a cliche, like bad,
Yeah.
but it's not, cause he's amazing in it.
Okay. But yeah, his acting is very. It's weird. It's very weird but good. And I loved his laugh attacks. His laugh was just mesmerizing.
Yeah, it was a nice.
Is
part
mesmerizing
of
the right word?
Yeah, if you think that.
No, I mean that means like I really like the laugh, right?
Yeah.
It mesmerized me. Yeah.
You were like, whoa,
Whoa, dude.
very cool. I think that the laugh thing was a
his
very...
body language though.
Okay.
His body language was insane.
Yeah.
Him being like shirtless with his back he really showed his feelings and thoughts just through his body. And I mean that's an actor's job to show the feelings of the character. He did it seamlessly, it feels like. Being like this, you could clearly see him moving his shoulders, feeling like he didn't feel comfortable wherever he sat. For example, in the locker room. He sat like this, moving his shoulders, being like, I'm not comfortable, you know. And he was in a work environment where he felt like not at home. He knew like some people there. It's not really home. But when he was home, he was more, you know, fluently. You know?
Well,
but at home, the work, he was like.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That's the feeling I got from his.
I didn't
shirtlessness.
catch that with home and being outside. I just thought about like his body language. At the most, like the thing that caught my thinking was his dances.
Yes.
And the difference between like the dances that he makes through the movie, and it made me think about like Indian dance.
Indian dance.
Yeah, like you know in India they have like a special dance, and it's like a language. You do something with your hand that means something special. And I remember like watching this documentary with my sister about it, and it made me realize that in the scenes where he is depressed, or like where he felt the worst, he was dancing very closed dances with his body. His body was very closed, intact. He was like moving, making stuff like this, but it was very inward.
Yes.
But after killing those 3 guys in the train, the first thing he does is go to the bathroom, right?
Yes.
Put some things behind it to try and stop people from coming in, and he dances like this. He opens up.
He stretches out his arms.
Yeah, he takes space. It's like he feels freed. You know what I mean? It was something like super powerful that made me just like, wow, the layers and layers of thinking, and like it's super cool how it's made. And it made me think of another thing. What if Scorsese, yeah, had...
Oh no, which character is that? Or actor?
had directed the film.
I don't know who Scorsese is.
Oh my...
Hello, I'm a film student who doesn't know anything about film.
Oh shit. Okay, so Scorsese made Taxi Driver, which...
okay.
Yeah, and that film is so Scorsese.
Okay.
It's like... I think Scorsese made Goodfellas.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think. He made... what did he do? He made Departed.
Okay.
He made a lot of films, okay? He made a lot of great films.
Yes.
Okay? And that film is so... He's making The Irishman.
Oh, Liam Neeson? No,
No idea.
The Irishman.
Yeah. With De Niro.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I know.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
And like that film is so typical feeling of Scorsese. It's so into the and I'm like what if we had Scorsese making that film? Would it be better, or would it not be as good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, it would be amazing. You know, it would be. Mwah.
Yes.
But how in comparison to this, how it would be?
Yes.
I think that the worst thing about this film, that was like it made it go off for me.
I have two things.
You have two things, okay.
I think one of them is
The same thing?
Yes.
It's the references to Batman.
Yes.
That made me, because it took away this like realistic feeling of the film. It walked away from realism and to this like world of Batman, which is it's connected to a world that's not real for us, you know, something outside our realm. I think if they just removed the very little Batman references and made it about this guy that goes on to become the Joker, you know, it doesn't need to be connected. Of course it would be anyway. You would think about the Joker and Batman.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to.
So I feel that that's pretty much my only complaint. So I feel like the entire scene with Bruce could be cut out. And also I didn't enjoy the Thomas Wayne is my dad story. I felt that was very not interesting. Being like, oh, you're not my mom? Oh, or like Thomas Wayne is my real dad, you know. I didn't feel any excitement being like, oh my god, he might be the older brother to Bruce Wayne. I didn't feel anything about it. I was like, let's get this over with. I want to see him turn. I want to see the other scenes. That was the most exciting thing about this movie, was seeing the other side of the Joker. I don't want to see the Batman side. I don't want to see any connection to Batman. I just want to see the Joker as for the Arthur character he was before. And seeing Batman putting his nose into it, being like, don't forget me, you know, ruins the Joker story. It becomes a Joker and Batman story, you know. And just a little part kind of disturbs it. And also the scene in the end, I still want it to be in the movie. Thomas Wayne might be in some scenes that needs to be there. For example, when he's on a speech podium speaking or something. But the only scene that has anything to do with Batman is in the final scene when it's an outbreak. And you can see them run from the cinema. And you see one of the clowns standing there, looking at them, and then turning around to follow them into the alley. You know, I thought the scene would end there. The scene carried out for 1.5 minutes more, or like maybe 1 minute, where he in slow motion shoots both the parents, steals the necklace, pearls, and Bruce's reaction and all that. I mean, people who are interested in Batman, they already know the story since multiple times ago, and multiple different variations of the story. We already knew what's gonna happen if we just saw them run into the alley and someone shady followed them. We didn't need the extra scenes, and also if they make some sort of, you know, the DC cinematic universe.
Yeah.
If they make a connection with the Joker to that current one, and being like, might be your half brother. Not interesting at all. And that kind of killed the vibe for me. But everything else about the Robert De Niro TV show, him trying out being as a comedian but failing, he's losing his job because of his work colleague making a bad decision and all stuff. That felt so kind of real. That felt, oh, this could actually happen in some capacity. Just that his reaction is so fucked up. And also because he's sad because he has the traumatic experience of having laughs and all that. So I felt like if it's just about those traumatic, somewhat realistic scenarios, for example, accidentally bringing a gun to a children's hospital, that scene felt so fucking real, but...
Dude, I was like, what?
That scene was like...
What?
I could actually imagine it
happening
in America, yeah.
Yeah, because he was like...
Because they have the right in some states to walk around with actual firearms.
Yeah.
So imagine being a clown or something, have it under your costume or something, and it just falls out. That could actually happen or
that
something.
Was crazy.
So that felt real.
Mm.
God damn it, you guys, and the Second Amendment.
God damn it, you
guys. So that felt very scary, being like, oh, anyone could carry a gun, look at the consequences, you know. So that part was awesome. And then just throwing in the too much comic side. This is a comic book movie, I get it. Because it's a story based on a comic book character's origin story.
What do you mean about the comic book side?
I mean, he's a comic book character originally.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's... Yeah?
Yes.
Go on.
But they were trying to make a non-comic book movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why did they still hold on to the comic book features? Being like Thomas Wayne, too much focus on Bruce Wayne. Like, we know that they exist in a Joker story. We know that they exist. He lives in Gotham. That already checks off Batman exists in this universe, pretty much.
Yeah.
But they really wanted to be like, oh, if you're still stupid, here is Batman.
Okay, I'll tell you
so that
why.
that killed my vibe, and in the end I just wanted to see him just freak out and being crazy, which I got.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I think they put that in. So if you're gonna make a film about the Joker,
yes.
Okay, so the DC people will have things that they want you to do,
yes.
or things that they want you to make or appear in that film. And I think one of those things would be the Batman references, right? But I also think that they put it in to make people want another film. Because when you saw that, you thought, oh, I would love to see another film filmed in that way, right? About when Batman starts to grow up, you know?
Right.
And start to fight him. Or how his hatred maybe continue on growing. But I think as well that the film would have worked without the Batman references. Like if they just had this enormously rich family that has a lot of political power, to be like his mother and him had an affair or whatever, everything would have worked, right? And even the scene with him meeting the kid would have worked. Just don't have him be called whatever he's called, you know?
Yeah.
I
think that would be also better.
Yeah, it would be a lot better, because the thing with the great powerful man, right? It's symbolic in the movie.
Yes.
Because he struggles with his life, right? He's struggling with his mom. Life is bad, and he sees this powerful man that he's related to, uncle or something like that, and he's not helping. And at that point, he's telling his mom, "We don't need it," right? Because it's like his uncle or whatever, friend, right? It was like first she was telling him that he's a friend, right? Like an
friend
old
of the family.
Yeah, friend of the family. So he didn't think that he shouldn't be helping us, you know. He has these like good thoughts about oh, this is not someone that should be helping us.
Hmm.
But when he finds out that he's related to this man, and this man made him wrong, it wasn't like he just wanted something. He was like, it's about fame and being like fame and happiness and power in life, you know.
Yes.
He was always like fantasizing about being on the show, right? And when he got it, he realized that he didn't like the man in the chair. He got in the only way that made him look bad. All the other guests was coming on because they were famous, they were good, people loved them, right?
But not him.
But not him. He was the only one.
He was the laughingstock.
Exactly.
He was the joke coming on.
Exactly. And he got the name from De Niro.
Yes.
Calling him, oh, look at this Joker. He was like, can you call me on as the Joker? You know, it's like, it's that balance of power and fame, and like so I think it's beautiful that they had,
I mean,
that family.
It could worked out like alone if they didn't mention Wayne at all. And then maybe in the end or something they just show the Batman scene or something. That the family that he was related to was not Wayne at all. It was just some random rich family. And Thomas Wayne and Bruce Wayne just had their small scene at the end where he gets shot.
Yeah.
So we know, like a confirmation, yeah, it's the same universe or something. And maybe having Bruce look at the clowns being like, oh, fuck the clowns or something. Just that. It's a bit cheesy maybe. And then the family have no connection to the Wayne at all. But yeah, I think it's also could be important to the story, as you say, to have more, to show Joker as not a crazy person who accidentally did the first thing, accidentally killing someone and then starting a movement. He's actually kind of a messiah in that way.
Well, he wasn't even doing it with purpose.
No, exactly. But he's kind of the messiah of the movement, if you say so. He's not just the most craziest clown. He is the clown who is both put into the poverty, but he has connections or blood connection to like the super rich, the top 1%.
Yeah.
And even if he still is top 1% blood relative, he's like thrown to the gutter. And that's the way he could motivate the clowns more and be like, yeah, look what they did to me.
Yeah.
And stuff
well,
like that.
Well, the movement is about that rich people are bad, basically.
Yes.
It was about...
Or not that they're bad, not all of them, as Robert De Niro says. It's just that none of the rich people take their energy to care about the poverty.
Yeah, well, the poor people don't see it that way.
Yes. No, the poor people think they just hate us.
Yeah, exactly. They don't think about us, they hate us, they are evil. And what was it? Well, yeah, you know, it's.
So maybe you're right. They needed the, oh, look at my dad might be the rich guy. But since it was Wayne, it felt so cheesy and bad for me.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
But if you think about the people that he kills, it's never someone that didn't deserve it from his perspective. Even if I don't think that he looked at the guys at the train, or at least not us. We didn't see them as these, like, we didn't think they were supposed to be
We saw them as bullies,
killed.
not enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way he saw them, as enemies. As people who didn't care anything about his well-being, making fun of him, and also potentially, they were kicking him and stuff.
Yeah.
So they were enemies in his eyes. And he knew he had a gun, so he defended himself. So in that way, it was the right decision. But of course, it's not a humane decision to take someone's life just because they hurt you or something. But it was his solution, and he realized that he could use that solution, and that solution made him happy. Or a bit happy, at least. That those laughs were a bit real afterwards, making him dance and all that. So that's why he realized that his unbiological adoptive mother did something bad, keeping a lie or keeping the secret from him, and just been somewhat rude to him in the movie, locking herself up, being I can't trust you when you're angry, and just treating him as a psycho, which it kind of is.
Well, we didn't see him get angry with her.
No, exactly. But her reaction was super, like not friendly. I get it. If you're afraid of your son, maybe call help or something.
Well, she's helpless.
Yes, but I mean, she should call help to take care of him. Being like, oh, I should put you in a home or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe she doesn't want him locked up, you know. And
I know, but that's also kind of her responsibility. You know what I mean? And his solution to hearing that she lied to him all his life is killing her. And that's also a solution. One solution is killing people, which made him happy, which made him walk down the stairs being like, you know.
Why do you think that killing made him happy?
Hard question. I think maybe something like you have the problem in front of you. If I end its life, it's not a problem anymore. But it's still a problem because it feeds into more problem. Being like, now you're a murderer, now you're wanted. Now you have people looking at you being, oh, that's a freak. So one problem in his eyes being taken care of doesn't spawn other. Because in the end, he didn't care if people laughed at him. He didn't care if people... he didn't care if people thought he was a murderous freak, because he's always felt like that. So killing someone doesn't change that for him.
Okay.
And killing, for example, Robert De Niro, which was a troublesome guy who made fun of him.
Dude, I was like, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. But I
mean, I knew that he didn't gonna shoot himself. But I thought he would be doing something weird. And that's also one thing why I didn't quite enjoy the movie. And that's not a bad thing. It's not reducing points, if you say so. It's just that I kind of knew what's gonna happen. Because I kind of know the backstory since before. I've seen some of the Batman animated, like, long movies and some comics and stuff.
Okay.
And one story is that in the future, where the Joker is cured, he's been at the Arkham Asylum for super long. He's been cured. Batman is an old dude. Joker's old. They're both pretty old. And the Joker is super, you know, Zen friendly. He's super, gotta protect the peace or something. And he's put on, like, pretty much exactly the same Robert De Niro show. Being interviewed, and he just smiles all the time, being super freaky, no makeup, I believe. Or at least super vague makeup. And then the co-host says, oh, so you done killing now? Being like, oh, he's changed, this is today's topic. And he says, nah, I'm not changed. I never changed. It was just an act. And then he closes all the doors he has goons closing all the doors. And then he puts on a laughing gas, which is kind of famous for him in the comics.
Yeah.
A laughing gas that makes everyone laugh until they die. So that scene, I felt, when he was in the studio being interviewed, I felt he's gonna either kill someone, something weird is gonna happen, or him being just there, maybe other clown people outside would storm in and fighting the people, start stabbing them, and then he would, like, try and kill people. Something in the order of that. That he just quickly just pulled out the gun shooting was not really not predictable, but I kind of felt that something bad was gonna happen, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So it was not a bad scene and anything. It was just that since I kind of knew some of the stories that was kind of alike, I kind of felt the setting
that he's
already
he's not gonna finish his life.
Exactly. Already when he went in on stage and stuff like that.
Okay, so taking you back to the why he killed, like, why does he feels freed from killing people? If I remind you of the first thing that we see. The first scene, he's sitting in his job, and he's like painting his face, right?
Yes.
And in the background, we hear, I think the radio or the TV.
There's some news.
News about super rats.
Oh, what was that about? I kind of forgot.
It was about that New York have been infected with super rats.
Okay.
Okay, do you understand what I mean?
Not really.
What I'm getting at? Well, rats in New York or Gotham.
Yeah.
Gotham is like, oh, we need to exterminate them, right?
Oh, okay. I think I'm starting to understand.
Everyone, like, so his philosophy, okay, or how I understand it.
Yes.
Everyone, or like bad people are rats.
And he wants to exterminate them because they're a problem.
No, but there are super rats that make huge problems.
Okay.
Right? And the super rats, who is it? It's Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah. It's the, like, everyone that he sees as someone bad, you know, so he just looks at them as rats.
Yes.
That need to be exterminated.
Yes.
In the scene where his friend from work and that other friend come to his house, and he gruesomely kill one of them, the one that, like,
I felt that already when I saw them being like, oh, one of them is gonna die. Oh, I thought that both of them.
Yeah, I thought it.
That's why I thought that he locked the door so the short guy wouldn't reach it.
Yeah.
And when he said, "Could you open the door?" I thought, no, he's gonna kill him, dude. He's done nothing wrong. He's like one of the only good guys in the movie.
Yeah.
And he spared him. So sparing him was a surprise for me.
Sparing him because he's not a rat. He's not a bad person.
Yes. He genuinely cared for Arthur, which was pretty cool. Seeing that he wasn't only around bad people, he had some good people around him. Both or colleague or something.
You know what surprised me the most? Like, what part of the film surprised me a lot?
Which
was
one?
the part where we realized that he didn't have the girl. Like, he never... Which was filmed... you know? It was... Because, like, creeped on... Like...
Yeah.
Crept on you, and you were like, oh shit, he has never even talked to her, which was foreshadowed from the moment that she told him, were you following me? She knocked on his door, said, were you following me? And she didn't, and he said yes, and she didn't think much of it.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What? Like, I didn't, since I knew you watched in the cinema and stuff, I didn't watch the movie, and I didn't pause the movie breaking it down, because I wanted to hear your theory, and I have not really breaking it down.
What do you mean?
So there's two scenes, or like two instances, where he flips in his notebook.
Okay.
And there, he accidentally drops it a bit, so he's kind of panicking, going through the pages. Or something like 2 times. Both of the times we see 2 different cutouts of a picture. One of the pictures look like the girl when he's on the scene in the comedy club.
Yeah.
It looks like a cutout of the girl he's stalking naked. Kinda.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I just saw it for like 2 frames or something, being like, oh, what the fuck was that? But I didn't.
Well, the thing is, you like he.
It was something super weird. That's why he hid it quickly.
Yeah. Well.
So what do you think about that?
The thing with the naked girls.
Yes.
And his, which there were a lot.
Yes.
Their faces were covered.
I think so.
Yeah, or like scratched away, or something like that. 'Cause I think he looked at them in a bad way. 'Cause he never maybe had like a good relationship, and some men when they are let down by women several times, or they just don't have any good experiences. It makes them almost like hate women, see them in this bad way.
There's a word for it.
Well, yeah, I was trying to.
Yes.
What was the word?
Incel.
Yeah. In what it's some in something incel.
Oh, I don't know. It's incel is pretty much the.
Yeah. It's
more
like hatred for women.
I don't know if they're girl incels or if you call them that.
Probably. They're probably
some, but the absolute majority is male. Either being rejected, having bad memories from girls or something like that. And they kind of still into girls or something. It's super weird thing.
And I think
where they've been destroyed by media today, in which all the girls that they see or consume through media are like supermodels, beautiful women and stuff like that. And when they think, oh, they are so nice in the movies, and they walk up to a hot girl on the street being like, hi, how are you doing? Being super hard rejected. They don't think, oh, there's another fish in the sea.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go away.
They just give up.
They give up and they put just anger, you know. So what was your connection? Yeah.
So yeah, that's my connect. Or I don't think that's her, like her naked picture.
Okay, it's just random.
Yeah, I think so, because there were several. I think if it was, he would have left her face uncovered, so they would tell you like, look here, this is the girl, you know. Yes. You know what I mean? They wouldn't show her body and expect you to know what her body looks like.
Yes.
But I also like that the girl is a mother.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
I didn't like it.
I didn't expect it until later.
Yeah.
When he was in her apartment.
That he is like attracted to a girl that is a mother.
Yes.
With a son in an age that he had a really bad time at.
Yes.
Did you think he was gonna kill her? Did
No.
you ever think he would?
No.
Were you afraid that
because she was one of the only people that sort of sided with him. She was pretty much the first clown that wasn't a Joker. But I felt like something weird about this emotion, which he puts her when he first put his hand against his head and like pulling the trigger. That was in the hallway or something, when they overheard the discussion or something, being like, "Oh, fuck this conversation," you know.
And yeah. She had she didn't have a son. She had a daughter.
A daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
But later on, there was some more scene, being like, "Oh, fuck those who laughed" or something. Fuck them, you know, being shoot yourself. And then when he's in the apartment, being, I don't know, what did he ask her? Like, do you like me or something alike?
No, you mean the scene where we realize that she's not real, like he and her are not real.
Yeah. And he sits like this, you know.
He goes to the sofa. He sits down and he says, she comes in and she was like, why are you here or whatever, and he tells her, I've just had a really bad day.
Yes.
And he looks at her and he does this.
Do you think that not accidentally, but actually meant, oh, I'm gonna kill myself? Because I don't think it actually meant that. I think it's meant, I'm gonna snap. Because if you think about it, in the beginning it was like, fuck this conversation, being like, oh, I'm gonna shoot myself. You know? Yeah. I thought that after the second time, it felt weird the way she did it, being like happy doing this.
Well, I don't know what you mean with the second time.
I think the second one is remember. At the newspaper.
Like her.
Yeah, she did it at the newspaper stand, I think. where they talk about the incident that happened.
Yeah.
The 3 guys died, and she said that was pretty much that was good. They didn't deserve to live there. They were douchebags, you know. No one's gonna cry about them. They're just nobodies. And then she says, "See you later" or something, and then she does something like that, if I remember it correctly. But anyways, that felt so out of place. I know that's kind of their friendly gesture in his mind. But then when he take his gun, sitting in the sofa, acting as he was on the show, he ends up, you want to see a joke, and he pulls the gun, the real gun, trying to shoot himself. And of course he doesn't have any bullets. So that tricks the audience to, oh, he might actually shoot himself on the show.
From that we get his plan. He's planning to do that.
His joke is to kill himself on the show.
Yeah.
But
which is connected to I hope my death. Yeah, I hope my death makes more sense than my life.
Yes.
Which I was like, oh, dude, come on. Like, Jesus Christ, take it down.
So when I saw him doing that in the scene where she was like, why are you in my apartment? And him doing like this, I thought that now he's definitely not gonna shoot himself. Now, more or less, that was his, like, he just snapped. After that, he was completely mad. I think he started killing his colleague.
Well, what happened that day? What was it that happened? Why did he have a
He
bad
fled
day?
from the cops. I think he went to the mental asylum to see his real mom and stuff like that. And then after that, if I remember correctly, he killed his adoptive mom, he killed a colleague before he went on the show, and then on the show he killed the other guy.
That day? No.
Because he killed the colleague.
It wasn't that day.
He killed the colleague before the show.
The day that he killed the show, the guy on the show. No, I think you're remembering it wrong. Because the day he killed the guy on the show is the same day that he gets saved or whatever, like by the maniacs.
In the train, yeah.
Yeah, because he stays there long enough that like they lock him up in the car,
Yes.
and then another car, so he never goes home to her. That wasn't the day.
No, that was the day prior.
Before it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that the day he went to her, I mean, like, in what connection did he do this? Like, why? What is his bad day? His bad day was
He fled from the
mother.
cops. He realized more about his true dad, Thomas Wayne, just hating him.
He fled from the cops the same day he went to the show.
No, but he fled. Well, not fled from the cops, but he
talked to the cops.
he talked to the cops, and he knew that he was about to get caught and stuff like that.
He was at the hospital. No, yeah, right. He fled from the cops on his way home, I think.
Yes, or something. So this was more, I'm giving up. I'm gonna do what I think is right. I'm just gonna kill them all. This is not, I'm gonna shoot myself on the show. This is, I'm just gonna fucking go nuts, you know. And after that, he, the day after, I think he kills his mom in the same day. I could be wrong.
I think so as well.
But I know that he was putting on his white makeup. The colleagues come in, he killed the big one and let the small one run away. And then there's a scene of him walking through the hallway, being like, playing with music, being like, oh, this is my fucking day, you know? Him dancing down the street, getting chased by cops, and then the show.
Yeah.
So after this, he just went nuts. There was no scene that made him think, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should hold back. He just went full force. He just went 100%.
Well, I don't remember when he did what, but I think at that moment when he did this, I think it meant that he was gonna kill himself.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the meaning of the way we're supposed to think it.
And I think as well that it was like, yeah, they're like, in his mind, it's their like cheerful way of like joking with each other, right?
Yes. And
well, it's weird that he does this to her in the first time even, because it's just like it's someone is a maniac who does that, right?
Yes.
But he also is. But it's also not that side of him. I think it's, yeah, great picture. It's also the side of him not understanding the social
interactions.
It was like, you know, awkward, like, oh,
Yes.
you know, it's the whole thing is that he doesn't understand how to joke.
Yes.
But his whole life is based on, oh, you're gonna make people laugh. It's fuck, it's so good. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the message in this movie is
Fuck.
oddly weird, but kinda, yeah. But yeah, that's what I think, that it was meant for the audience to think, if they didn't pay too much attention, they would feel, oh, he tried to shoot himself when he was acting on the show-ish. And then when he realized that the girl didn't want to have him in her apartment, he was doing the greeting of, in slow motion, being like, well, not slow motion, but slow. Tricking the audience to being like, oh, he's gonna kill himself. This is the end of the movie is gonna be him killing himself.
Yeah, well,
I think that's the point of what the director wanted to show. But the hidden message was pretty much, I'm gonna kill them all. Instead of not killing me, I'm gonna snap and kill everyone.
Yeah, and
I could be wrong.
No, I don't. Sorry, I don't think so. Because at that moment, I'm gonna tell you which moment I think he changed his mind on if he. And I need to see this film again to understand it more. But the moment he changes his mind on if he's gonna kill himself or not is very late into the interview.
Oh, okay.
Because he was trying to build up to the joke,
but they keep cutting him off.
but something that De Niro said made him realize that, well, there's people that just don't understand my jokes. Doesn't mean that my jokes aren't good, you know. And it's a reference to, there's people that understand me, right? And there's people that are bad, you know.
Yes.
That's what I got. I think it's, oh my, I need to see it again, dude. So it's a really good movie. I loved it. I loved it. It's my cup of tea. It's like, that's the movies I like. I like that. I like kind
this
of
movie
films
too, but it was just the Batman part really threw me off. I was so into the movie in the first half, right before, like the scenes with Thomas Wayne. Yeah. Felt normal, because being like, oh, I'm trying to run for president or mayor or whatever. Yeah, he's just this evil guy, you know. Yeah, that didn't feel forced. Guy. That felt actually, if this was Gotham, this was happening. Yeah. This was happening. But as soon as they were being like, oh, Thomas Wayne is your dad. Oh no. Oh, here's Bruce Wayne. Whoa. That threw me off so hard. So in the end, I just wanted to see chaos. So if I don't understand why you wanted to see chaos just because you saw that. Because because going back to the just small scenes with just him being a bit weird, being psycho, that didn't. Do you know what I mean? Well, I love being the way this is the mood of the story. This is the mood of the story, and all of a sudden being like, oh, the mood of the story is, oh, there's a story about my dad. No. Okay, oh, that failed. I'm just gonna go back to being weird again. That doesn't work. We need a climax, you know. So that what I thought. Of course not, but there were like other alternatives. Him killing himself, him killing his dad. Yes. You know what I mean? But I think your experience got distorted by the expectation that you had, or because you had seen. I don't think it was the expectation, because I went in thinking I just want to see a good looking movie with a good memorable scenes, which it had. But my mood was changed with the Bruce scene. That was my problem. That I was in the mood of being super sympathetic with the main character, even though I knew he was fucked up and all that. I really took his place in my mind, thinking, oh, he is the hero, the antagonist. And then the Bruce Wayne stuff came up, and I started thinking about, oh, this might be a follow-up, exactly as you said. This might be a prequel to a Batman origin story that will have the Joker in it or something.
Yeah.
So I started thinking about
following the Joker.
Yes, I started thinking about the DC cinematic universe. And that threw me off, and then going back to the scenes after, I'm just thinking, oh no, they're trying to make oh no, you know.
Yeah.
So I started having thoughts, but in the beginning, I just felt the movie. In the end, I felt like the movie, but also I started thinking about other things that they were trying to force onto the viewer, like watch this movie. That threw me off, which is why if they just changed it from Thomas Wayne and Bruce Wayne to just, as you said, any other name, any other kid or something, that would make it so much better. That would make such a cool story.
Yeah.
Being he's just connected to rich people, being dissed, like they don't want him anymore. And then he just goes, they don't care about us. They only care about themselves. They just pretend to care, and then he shoots Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
That would be so much cooler. And then in the end we see the small scene of Bruce, because, I mean, it's Batman's universe.
Well, I agree with you, but...
So it was not my expectations. It was my mood has changed.
The thing is, if you have the name Joker, and if you have the Gotham, like Gotham...
Yes.
Then you need to have some Batman.
We already know it's Batman, but we could have only Batman at the end. Because no matter how much Batman it was,
I think it would be
Batman
unbalanced.
was still not important to the story.
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne was not important to the story.
I'm with you on that. But it would be unbalanced. Because you can't just show a scene where he kills him in the end without, like, doing something with the character. You know? You need to introduce the character, right?
But why? Why do we need to introduce him?
To have more sympathy to the kid. And
do we have sympathy for the kid?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Because I felt nothing for Bruce by the end of their first scene.
Why?
I mean, he was just a kid. His reaction was, oh, that was a weird dude, and he went back.
My mama.
There was no, for example, imagine if him being like, oh, you stole my spot at my dad's heart or something, being like that. And he kind of took a razor and cut his hand or something, you know. And Bruce being like, yeah, something super fucked up, being like, oh, you hurt me or something. Then I would feel, oh, he hurt a kid, he hurt Bruce, you know. Then I would start feeling bad for Bruce. But since all he did was just, I want to talk to my dad. You cannot talk to your dad. Okay, bye-bye. And he walks away. Super, I don't know.
I think...
So I feel just...
Yeah, I think either take it away altogether, right?
Yes.
And even Gotham. Make it New York.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Make it like an alternative New York. But if you're gonna have Gotham, and you're gonna have...
It could work though, yeah.
Thomas Wayne, I think the scenes with Bruce is okay. I think they're balanced.
I think Thomas Wayne running for mayor is fine, all that. I just think that his connection to the rich people should just be random people. The kid, the scene with the kid could still be there.
The thing is, it wouldn't be personal.
But it is personal to him because
it's not. But first, like, because he's not just feeling, oh, this life is so bad. I don't have any money. He thinks that his father abandoned him.
Yes.
He thinks about
his father, not Thomas Wayne.
Every shit he went through as a kid.
Yes.
And what he gets to read about in that report.
News.
No, not news. Like when he got some papers from
the files.
Yeah, the files about his mother, and the kid got like mistreated, and he was cuffed to
a radiator.
Yeah, a radiator for like 3 days or something.
And since he got the traumatic experience of laughing, she thought he was fine.
He felt that if this man didn't leave me, didn't abandon me,
Hmm?
I wouldn't have gone through
Hell.
hell.
Yes.
And that makes it personal. And then when you get that, you feel like
Exactly.
powerful men are evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here comes my point. Does that change if it's Thomas Wayne or just some random
No.
rich dude?
You're talking about that. Oh, I thought you meant that he shouldn't have been his dad.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of... I was just so focused on the Wayne part.
Mm.
But I agree. It made the story more... He became the Messiah.
Mm.
He became the Messiah of being like one of the rich people, but thrown away because of a certain cause, and just because he was just thrown to hell. So that story was awesome, like in that way. I kind of retract that statement, but
Haha.
Yes, but I still hold on to that.
You know what this means, huh?
Yes, I still hold on to that Wayne part was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
That the only thing connected to Wayne and Bruce Wayne and all that was they are running out of the theater in panic in through the alley, and one of the clowns turning around to see them. Cut. We don't need the what? Who are you? Putting up the gun, shooting. Because here comes my part. No. No. So, if you already know what Batman's background story is, you know that his parents got shot in the alley after a movie theater. Yeah. So, if you just see that, and you can hear the dad saying, "Oh, come on, Bruce, we need to run away," and being like, "Oh, okay, Dad."
Hey, come on, kid, let's go, man.
Or something like that. They just mention Bruce, or they maybe mention the name Wayne, or something like that.
Batman.
And we understand that would make the scene, instead of, "Oh, that's Thomas Wayne. Oh, this is where the part where he dies." It's more like, "Oh, wait, this entire Joker story takes place when Bruce is a kid. It's the same night." That would be such a more impact. That would feel me more interested in the future in that way, instead of being in the movie being like, here's Bruce. He's coming soon. He's a kid. He's coming soon. I don't give a shit about that. I just want to see Joker story, and at the end of Joker story, we saw the beginning of Bruce story, not simultaneously.
Which they did. Like, the only difference between what you're saying and what happens is the scene where he goes to the garden.
But also that Wayne
Bruce.
is somewhat connected to the Joker. It would be so cool if Joker story was over here and Bruce story was over here. But in this story, they are like mashed together.
But now you're saying again that for that to happen, that means that his father, Thomas, wouldn't...
Thomas.
Wouldn't be like... We wouldn't get the whole thing about him being his dad.
But we could have that with a random rich dude. So in Joker story over
here... Yeah. I understand what you mean. But then it would be like... Okay.
But does that matter,
And then Batman comes in?
No, because he doesn't.
Either take it away...
He has a 10-second scene in the end. Like, 2 minutes before the end credits, we have Bruce Wayne. And that... imagine this.
Okay, but dude... The thing is, you need to understand that... For a scene to be that powerful to you, you need to build it up.
But the build-up was bad.
Well, okay, so
the build-up was shit.
Okay, so my question to you, what do you think about that it wasn't the Joker killing his like the dad and...
I already knew that.
You already knew that?
Yes.
Is that something like known? That it's not the Joker? Because I thought it wasn't...
The real killer doesn't even have a clown mask, so him having a clown mask is a bit... But since it's another... it's another part... It's another, like, weird story.
Because I thought it was the whole thing that Batman was trying to kill Joker because he killed his father and mother, no?
Nah.
No.
That's just because he's one of the baddies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like... But imagine this. They make a second movie. Bruce Origins, or Batman Origins, or something like that. The first scene in that origin story
would be the killing.
A little bit part of the Joker in the end. Him standing on the ambulance being like this, dancing or something. And we feel like, oh shit, that's the Joker. And then we pan the camera, and we see the theater. We see Bruce and Thomas running. being like, "Oh, come on, Wayne, we have to go home
Hey,
to
come
our
on,
rich
man."
place."
Yeah.
And then he gets shot, and then the story continues from there, right? Because the part with, I don't know.
Okay, so I had a problem.
I just want Bruce in the end. That's my point. I don't want Bruce. Thomas Wayne could have a small part throughout the story. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it was more impactful just seeing just Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne in the end
Well, then
than in the middle
would,
and.
then you would like build more expectation for. I've been sitting for too long. More expectation for a second movie.
Exactly, because this was more in the middle of the movie. I know that's Bruce. I know that's gonna try to make a second movie. Okay, that's a kind of you know.
But actually, I like
And then
I
all
like
that
the
all made
movie
me.
more now that you're saying this, cause it made me feel okay. So maybe this film wasn't all that much about Batman, you know? 'Cause
Okay.
it was a lot focused on Joker, and you saying that you wanted a scene at the end.
Yes.
It would be like
Only the
super impactful. It would make the whole movie about Batman instead of Joker. Yeah, because you're building all that up for the climax scene, which is the killing of the father and mother. From your perspective, that like if they had, you're like motherfucker.
No.
Let me tell you this.
I'm not done.
Okay, but okay. So before you say a weird thing, why doesn't his father have guards? He goes to the cinema and he knows that this big thing was gonna happen.
This is
that
not
night.
realistic because
he's super powerful.
every president candidate, maybe president is another scale, but
Yeah.
like major candidate and stuff like that, they need to have bodyguards, right?
Yeah,
From
of
they
course.
are hired from the government.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know, but
I think
Probably.
the presidents have guards.
it's just dumb
From-
for him to do something like that. Like go to the cinema on the night of something big, like a big demonstration happening against rich people, like the whole thing, and everybody knows about it. Like the whole thing is about the rich people, like the hate of for the rich people, and he think he's gonna make it out alive.
Yes.
And he doesn't even bring guards. How dumb is that?
And he thinks, I'm gonna run with my wife and child. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Let's go to this like super quiet, empty alley.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Or like at the night.
Nah, yeah.
Okay, so here's my... Okay, this is my final
Hold
thing.
up. Wait, I think I need some more.
So here, right?
Yeah.
Here we have Joker.
Here we are.
Here we are. Joker,
Yeah.
Batman.
Batman.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Joker. He's in his movie. He's running around doing all his things, meeting his rich dad that's not Thomas Wayne. He's doing all this thing. We're just looking at Joker. The movie is named Joker, not Joker and Batman. We're just looking at Joker, right? We have so much sympathy for Joker and everything.
Yeah.
In the end, the Joker wins. He becomes this crazy person that everyone likes and laughs at his joke, right? And then in the end, until the next movie, Bruce comes in and being like, I'm gonna take the torch. Wah! And being like that, I'm gonna run to my movie. Wah! And that's with the end scene, right? But this is what we got instead.
But
Here's Joker.
big boot.
Big boot. Here's Joker.
Yeah.
He's running around in his movie. And in the half of the movie, Bruce comes in and starts to touch the torch, being like, oh, I want it. I want it. And Joker being like, no, it's mine. And they kind of like, you know,
pedophile joke.
maybe, I don't know, he's joking, I don't give a shit.
He
But
comes up and he touches the torch.
he comes up and touches Joker's torch.
He's like, no, kiddo, you're not big enough.
But he's trying to, you know, grab to the torch, being like, oh, it's mine. And the torch is attention. The torch is attention. Being like, it's my torch.
Yeah.
And the Joker says, no, and he rips it from Bruce. So we already know that Bruce exists, and he's being like, oh, okay, I'm thrown to the background. Then it's Joker again, and now the audience think, wait, we had some attention on Bruce, right? Why do we have attention on Joker again? Like, I get it's his movie, but we have the attention on Bruce. Isn't he important or something?
Well, we always have the attention on the Joker.
Yes, but imagine this scene. He comes in and grabs the attention, but then he gives it back to the Joker, going back, and we think like, oh, should Bruce come back into the story in some way? Is he done? Like, we know that he's an important for the future, but is he important for this movie? And that makes me feel, is this a Joker movie with Batman as a side character, not for him, but as a character?
Yeah, well, that's
and then in the end, he takes the attention towards back.
Well, it's not about attention, dude. Okay, you have like 10.
Okay,
like,
no, maybe not attention, but focus. That's my thoughts.
Okay, so
yeah.
you either have, so my problem with the Batman thing,
Yes.
is that when you have Batman in it, right?
Yes.
You start thinking about Batman.
Yes.
You start thinking about, oh, like this world that we live in is the same world as Batman.
Yes.
Which takes away from the realistic part of the film.
Yes.
Okay?
It becomes a comic book movie.
Not really. Or yeah, I guess it becomes a superhero movie. Not really as well. That's not my point.
Yeah.
My point is it gets related to Batman, right? But so that's why I either want no Batman or this amount of Batman, which was a good amount of Batman.
Okay.
Which I think I understand why they took it in, but I don't want to see, like, I don't want a second movie.
No, not me either.
If they make a second movie, I'm gonna watch it, of course. But it's like Taxi Driver.
I honestly won't.
I don't want to see a Taxi Driver 2.0. Okay, I don't want to see that. I'm done. I love the movie. It's great.
So you think that Bruce Wayne being in part of the story was in somewhat important, except for the end part.
Well, yeah. Well, with the end part as well. Like, if you're gonna have him, that's a good amount of having him.
Because here's my thing that is... I said it's like... I said my point 10 times, but I'm trying
But you don't understand it quite there! I need to tell you one more time!
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Wait,
I just have to repeat what I said.
Dude,
Yeah,
that happened to me like 3 times while you're talking. I'm like, okay, I have a point, and I'm gonna like tell Victor when he's done talking, and then when you're done talking, I'm like, what were I supposed to say?
Okay, I have a quick one.
Yeah, go ahead.
So watching the beginning, the first half, you think, is this a DC universe having Batman, Superman, and all those characters? Is it a DC universe movie, or is it just a movie about the Joker? Because the Joker could be in Gotham, it could be like in the story. It's just, it could be a super standalone movie with no other major characters at all. That would be kind of fine, you know? But since Bruce is in the middle, we know immediately that, okay, since Bruce is there might be Superman, there might be Wonder Woman, there might be the Flash, there might be so many other characters. And you started thinking bigger.
That we're talking about the same thing, dude.
Yes, it becomes a bigger picture.
Yeah.
But since I just want to focus on Joker,
I want
to focus on his dancing in the bathroom.
Exactly.
I don't want to focus on the Justice League.
Yeah, you know? I wanna focus on his torch, man.
Yes. So I think
I wanna jump on that thing.
So when I see Bruce Wayne, I'm thinking, oh fuck, they're gonna try to build up a Batman versus Joker, which might lead to another Justice League or some connection there. The Joker might come back. I don't give a shit about that. I just wanted to see Joker's backstory and him turning into madness. And then maybe, just because they wanted to give a small treat to the audience, being like, don't forget, Bruce was there all along, but he was not important because this was a Joker story. That's my point.
Yeah, we've talked about this like.
I know we talked about this for 25 minutes.
Yeah,
we're just stomping in mud.
But you understand that if you can't just have him in one scene at the end.
I disagree.
Okay, that's okay. That's totally fine. But I would love. Yeah, I love that you said. I want a movie about the Joker.
Yes.
The backstory of Joker, and with a little bit of Batman.
Yes.
I want a story about a man that becomes mad.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Okay, so you don't.
Not Joker.
Batman.
Not Joker. I want a story
That'd be
about
cool.
a man, which is Taxi Driver. God damn it! Look. What you need to watch Taxi Driver. God damn it.
Okay, it's on my watch list.
Okay.
Yes.
God damn. Okay.
Okay.
So
we somewhat agree but disagree.
yeah.
Agree to disagree but somewhat agree.
Yes, we do. Maybe we do. Yeah, well...
Is this the first big disagreement? Or like...
Yeah, someone was telling me like, oh, you should take movies that make you disagree.
Yes.
And I'm like, why? And he's like, conflict, dude. Conflict is good.
Dude!
I love you, man. It's
Oh,
okay.
you did.
It doesn't matter. Like, we agree on the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad movie. Yeah, it sucked.
No. God damn you. You tryna make me... No.
Yeah. But do you have any... That was my big point, I think.
Yeah, I want to like point something out that actually a dog told me.
Okay.
He pointed that out.
Your dog?
My dog.
Dog.
Okay, dog is our friend. His name is Dog. With a A.
D-A-G.
D-A-G.
So it sounds
Hey,
like...
holla at you, dog!
I holla at you, dog.
We're gonna make him listen to this and he's gonna be
Yes.
like, oh shit, this is awkward as hell.
Yes.
He pointed out that... Was it Dog? I think it was Dog. He pointed out that in the whole film, we see this very, very dirty place, right?
Yes.
Disgusting, awful place.
Yes.
Even the light is a bit yellow, like ooh,
Yeah, it's not fresh.
ooh, it's not fresh. But the ending scene is white.
At the Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
It feels like... Yeah, you have a point. In the first scene, he sits and puts on his makeup.
Yeah.
He's in this dark room with just the light of the makeup mirror.
Well,
And that's because he's in a...
yeah,
in
it's
his-
day outside, but
Yeah, he's outside, but it's still like pretty bad room. He stayed in...
And we hear about this like dirty aspect of
Yes. His state of mind is he's very close to himself. He's not comfortable with society, whatever you call it. And then in the end, he's let go of all his emotions. He knows what he enjoys in life. He knows who he is, and that's why he's kinda in his own nirvana, in his own head.
Yeah, I think
and that's why it's just white all over the place.
the place that is thought about to be the crazy place.
Yes,
It's where no one wants to go.
exactly. But he felt like, this
It's
is
the
not
place with sanity for him.
Yes,
you know?
it's not home, it's sanity, exactly.
Yeah.
Good way of putting it.
Dude,
Putting it.
I love our talk. This was great. I'm gonna give the movie. I think it's like a modern classic. Like,
Shit,
yeah.
dude.
I really hope.
I kind of agree, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say just because of the Batman part. If
no,
you just
it
looked
was
at...
made beautifully, and it's something that's gonna inspire me greatly. I'm gonna watch it over and over and over again, several times.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. Of course, yeah. I'm gonna watch it at least like 5 times. I don't know how much to give it. Like 5 out of 5.
Oh
I
shit!
I don't know.
Is that the first full pot?
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is crazy.
You're usually giving it a low point, and now it's giving it a high point.
Oh my god! I'm such a valuable critic.
What?
Because I am a guy that studies filmmaking.
Damn.
It's crazy, man.
Damn,
you,
dude.
you should take my words as something more highly approved.
Then the user ratings?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so here's my final thought. Here's you have the Joker.
Here's the Joker. This is Batman.
Okay.
Batman wants to suck Joker's dick.
So I agree 100% to what you say. This might be a modern classic of the 2010 century. No, what do you call
I don't know.
from 2010 to 2020? The 2010th.
You can say the 21st century
or something.
Yeah, 20. Wait.
Not the 20th.
Our 21st, not the United States.
I don't know. But anyway, it might be a modern classic. I agree with that. It's just what brings me down from the modern classic title a notch is the connection to like a big comic book universe. If you said it yourself, it was just about this.
That's the only thing that is keeping me.
Yes,
down,
if it was about a guy still dressed as a clown, he was a clown and everything. Everyone became a clown. It could still be named Joker, in some way.
Yeah.
Having no connection at all to other characters.
Can we look up like real quick the director, his name?
The director.
Cause we need to say his name.
Yes.
Cause do you think he
that might
Todd Phillips. Yeah.
Yes.
What movies did he make? If you go into his IMDb.
Todd Phillips. He has made.
He made
Hangover, Old School,
Due Date. Yeah.
Yes. A Star Is Born.
Do you think?
Producer.
Do you think he wanted to leave that out? To have the story just about Joker?
Maybe, but also it's as a writer, it's pretty cool when you're getting handled a world famous IP. Being, oh, here you have Batman, and here, this is Batman. He needs a villain. Can you write a story for his friend Joker?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get that gig, I mean, I would shit my pants, you know?
Dude, I think my camera is like...
Okay, so my final point, since it's bringing down the classic...
I think this video is like 100 gigabytes. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it's over 1 hour 20 minutes. Anyway, final thoughts. Since it connected to the DC Universe thing, it brings down the points. I'm giving it a 4.
A 4?
A 4. It would get a 4.5 if it wasn't...
You know what? Shut
So 4.5.
Okay, so 4.5. Yeah, I like that. That's okay.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked later. Please, don't turn this off. No, nah. I should not disagree anymore.
I love this talk, and I think it's very good to have some conflict. Yeah. I think it brought more.
It's nice to hear other opinions than just exactly.
I love that.
But we need to find more movies that brings other opinions. Like
we need to find a way to choose films. This is crazy, man.
The one movie we didn't choose from, like, oh, we should watch this movie. It was, you watched it saying you need to watch this movie, and me finally caving in, being okay.
Yeah.
And this
is it in cinemas?
But yeah, that was my final thing.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for if anyone is listening. It was awesome. It's very good to have conversations like this if you like film.
Yes.
I think it's very good for your creative process.
Yes.
I think it's very good for your understanding of film. And I think you're a great guy.
You're also a great guy. I love you, man.
I love you, man.
No, but I also agree that feeling that you need to talk with others to either see if other felt the same way, feeling that's the main point of the story, for example, or just hearing other opinions that might give you inspiration for other stories.
Exactly.
So whether they are agreeing with you or disagreeing with you is both positive.
Just think that the person you're talking with might have something you could learn of.
And it's also not just because of opinions, it's also because of their backgrounds. For example.
Yeah.
Like, I knew stuff about Joker's origin story, I knew stuff from, like, comic books. I don't know about you, but since I know those things before, I already knew what's gonna happen in the movie before I watched it, which is kind of why I postponed it.
I think
But I knew there was gonna be a new story about the Joker-ish.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not, like, I like realistic films more.
Yes.
Like, I have no problem with science fiction.
I used to be a comic book nerd.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's
not on a high level, but
I wasn't. Yeah. The only comic books I read was Kalle Anka, Donald Duck.
I mean, that's top tier.
I had a lot of Donald Duck.
I had 2 ICA-kassar.
Yeah, probably me too. I had a whole shelf, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also had a lot of Bamse.
Dude, like.
Should we just review a Bamse movie?
We should. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye bye.